Are we live? I think we are. Hello. Good evening. Two changes I made today for the stream. New camera angle, pushed it a bit back so it's a bit wider. And I have this new screen with my face front and center, or when I'm not coding or doing anything important. And you'll see the stream scene is also a bit different. I mean, it's just a camera angle that's different. Hello, hello, welcome. Tonight, we will be working on, I know what I said yesterday, that we would be working on another deck of the spaceship. But I didn't have time to look for enough references. So we're going to do something else, and I'm going to explain why. I made a bunch of changes. Hey, Steph, how are you? Welcome. I hope you had a good day. So I was saying, today I want to work on a few things inside the spaceship. One is purely cosmetic. I think I can improve the rendering, the contrast, the lighting with just post-processing. So I'm gonna spend some time on that. And then there's something that I realized while playing today, that interaction with doors is a bit inconsistent. And I'm gonna explain why, but there's something I wanna change, which is gonna make it a lot more tactile, I think, and a lot more consistent, and hopefully better looking as well. Great day, awesome. Okay, so let me start with the door. So you remember yesterday I was talking about that indicator. I changed it for these two lights, which I think look a lot better. There's one that I locked here. This one is locked. I think that looks a lot more believable, a lot more 70s, like this belongs to the era, a lot better. So I like that. But there's still something I don't like. And you can see them from far away, like, you know, this one is unlocked, this one is unlocked, you know, from a distance. No gameplay. No gameplay. What do you mean no gameplay? Steffi, I don't understand. Can you explain? Can you not see the screen? We don't see the game. Oh. 1 second then. Screen sharing. No Godot. No Godot. Can you see my cursor moving now? Okay, let me rewind. I think it's working fine. It's working fine in OBS at least. Okay, so what I was saying. I changed the door indicators for these two lights, like these two green and red rectangles, and I think they're much more believable. Here we go, awesome. And you have one that is locked here. That's the red one, and this is the green one. I like them. I think they're better. I also changed these lights, or these light fixtures on the walls, to have two light bulbs behind them. It's subtle, but again, it makes it like you don't think of them as like maybe one LED strip or, you know, something like that. Now it's clear that there's a diffusing like material in front, probably from glass or plastic, and there are light bulbs behind, so I think it's a lot better. And this one you saw. Okay, so what I don't like is this. If I interact with this door, which is what I'm going to do, like I know I'm calling the elevator, but I'm actually opening the door first and foremost. To interact with that door, I need to press a button. And I made this like combined prop that has the camera, speaker, and button to interact with it, right? Looks like old pinball machines. Yeah, a bit. But to interact with any other door, like this one, I can just click the door itself. And there's no like physical like button or anything to push or pull or, you know, to interact with it. Just interact with the door, which is convenient, and most games do it like this. But I think it's not as tactile and believable as it could be, especially now that we have this on top. So I thought, you mean the light bulbs? Oh, yeah, right, yeah. So my idea is I could take this, move it closer to the door, and same inside the room, of course, this one. About like this distance from the door. This is actually pretty good. But replace them with this. I could repurpose this one for opening doors. Very believable. Awesome, thank you. And I think it would feel a lot better. Because right now I can already feel like a disconnect. This pulls me out of the game a tiny bit. Like it feels like I'm playing a game, you know. I'm not interacting with anything in the world. I'm just interacting with the game when I open the door that way. So that's one thing I want to do. Something else I want to do is look at all the post-processing and improve it. Because we have a bunch of stuff going on here. We have volumetric fog, which is why you can't see like the decks above, like the ones that are very far away. You can see a bit, but it's not very clear. We have volumetric fog. We have a tone mapping, which is taking the raw colors you see on screen and mapping them to something a bit more pleasant. And we have ambient light. Why it's not completely dark, it's pretty dark, but it's not completely black here. While it's not lit, is because there's some ambient light that is like evenly lighting the entire scene, right? And we can play with it to make it a bit more moody, and at the same time increase contrast and maybe make it a tiny bit more vibrant, without going too far and making it, I don't know, gimmicky. You know, it needs to stay. I don't want to lose the feel of it. That makes sense. But I think we can make it a bit better. And why I'm doing that is because I want to make it like this. I don't know if it's an atrium or I'm calling that just the deck and this the spine. It's probably like an atrium, I guess. It looks very dark, and I want it to look dark. That's on purpose. But at the same time, I think it's very moody, but it's also a bit muddy. That is not something I want. And I think it's important that I fix that ASAP, mostly because the more scenes and rooms I add, the more I'm gonna have to correct course afterwards. Like if I set up lights in a room and I like the look of it, but then I end up changing the post-processing a lot, then I'm probably gonna have to redo the lighting and, you know, rethink the way I want the colors and even maybe some textures or materials, you know, to fit something that is now different, because things look the way they look because of the way they're lit, right? So okay, so that's my plan for tonight. I think if we can achieve both, I would be really happy. The first step is to identify what kind of ambient light we might want. For that, I made this. Doesn't look like much, but it's 3 colors. And I want to try all three, or maybe even more variations. This is like a dark, very desaturated blue. This is a bit more saturated olive green. This is plain black. And my goal is to try both colors and try and see how they affect the shadows of the game. So that's what is going to happen when we add a tiny bit of ambient light with that tint. It's going to change the way shadows are rendered. So I want to try that. I'm going to start with, I don't know, with the green one maybe. So picker, take that. And the best way to do it is probably to run the game not in full screen but in window mode. So we can change it live and get to something we like. Okay, let's start the game. So my world environment is here. That's where most post-processing is done. I'm gonna start the game, maybe hide this so we get a larger game window. Like that, yeah, that's probably good. And I'm gonna start with this area. So that's what it looks like now. Maybe I could even, you know, take a screenshot. Probably gonna be helpful. And put that screenshot in a new document so we can compare. Make it big. Like ×4 and ×4. Okay. And paste. So this is the first one. That's what it is today. Okay, maybe make this black maybe. Okay. Yeah. Make it bigger. Okay, so that's the reference point. Actually, I need to copy this again now. Okay. Hey, select it. Okay. Back to Godot. I'm gonna pause here. And inside ambient light, I'm gonna paste my new color. Okay. Thank you so much for making the background black. Yeah, I need to, otherwise it's gonna impact the way we see contrast, actually. When I do photo editing, if the software allows, and mine does, I pick a slightly dark medium gray for the UI, everything around the image. So I'm not distracted by it. Everything with a white background or white border is gonna look way more contrasty than what it is without the border. Okay, so we've done it. The difference is subtle. Especially with the, you know, when I pose, there's a vignette around. Maybe I want to get rid of that. Where is it? Vignette. I'm gonna change its opacity to 0. We're not distracted by that. Remind me not to commit this, because I want to keep the vignette. Okay, post. So if I undo, okay, it's a subtle difference, but it is a difference. That's green. Maybe I can, if I make it huge, like, see the green area in the shadow. Okay, but it's way too much. So it was 0.3, I can maybe bump it to 0.4 maybe. So nah, it's too much. Okay, 0.3. I don't know if green is better. Definitely a slightly different mood. Might look subtle, but if I take another screenshot. Oh, wait. Make that smaller. You know, something like that. And then I go here, paste the new one. Okay. Maybe if I put it below the other one. Can definitely see like this is just more neutral, I guess. This is a bit green, right? A bit. I don't know. I don't know what to think about this, but it's a bit early to draw any conclusion because we haven't done anything else. I'm going to keep these for now, and what I want to do is try different tone mappers. So tone mapping is actually, you know, curves. I'm going to try and explain this. I'm going to try and explain that. So you have, let me draw 2 axes. You have X and Y, right? And on an image, this is black and this is pure white. Okay? And when you get to post-processing, interesting, but why were you speaking to yourself seemingly? Am I speaking to myself? Hey, Yudai, not sure what you mean. What do you mean? Speaking to everyone. It's all about self-love. Am I speaking to myself? I'm not sure I understand. So, before post-processing, you can think of colors on the screen as pixels of color, right? We're past rendering 3D or anything. We just have a canvas with pixels on it. And pure black we render as pure black, pure white we render as pure white, right? So it's not like mapped, it's just the data, the color is the color that it was rendered. But we can affect that. We can say, well, you know what? You can also say, well, move that, maybe use this. Don't do pure white, don't blow highlights completely. Instead, maybe, you know, do it like this, you know, and maybe mid-gray you want to keep, so mid-gray you keep here, but then when you arrive to the highlights you have a gentle curve. In the comments, oh, I think it's, I think I know what you mean. I was talking to Steffi, who's on Twitch, but I'm using the combined chat for the first time to try and first to look at both chats, YouTube and Twitch, and also talk to everyone at once. It might look weird because I'm talking to an empty chat in YouTube because people are talking on Twitch. I think that's what happened. I hope that makes sense here. FYI, on screen, chat is broken. Chat is broken on screen. Thank you. Chat. Something wrong happened with my screen sharing. Is it good now? Okay. So I hope this makes sense. Usually what you would do, you would try and do something like this. So you have the midpoint, you might want to keep it as it is, but instead of doing pure white, you just drop it, and instead of doing pure black, you don't have to do that, but you might want to raise it. Then it gives you an kind of an S curve like this. Let me draw it better. You know, something like makes a bit of an S. Actually like this. Now it's an S, you know? It's a lot more complex than that, of course, but you might want to protect your highlights, so drop the value a bit, you know, to avoid having pure white. And that's what we can do here. So we can say, instead of filmic, which is a tone mapping that does a bit like film doesn't blow highlights, it has very good highlight retention. If we do linear, now it's just a straight line. Look at this, looks very different. It's a lot more flat first. We do filmic, we get more contrast, and we don't get pure white. There's also AGX, which is supposed to be very natural, very neutral. I also find it quite dark, but we can increase the exposure. No, something like that. And that might actually be pretty good. You know? So what I'm gonna do is go back to Filmic. I'm gonna take a new screenshot. And I'm gonna paste it here. That's Filmic. Okay, and below that, I'm gonna try AGX, because I've heard really good things about it, but I've never used it myself. Actually, I've used it in photography. Okay, and I'm not gonna touch the other values, just the exposure to roughly match, and maybe bring the exposure up a tiny bit. New screenshot. Where is it? Here. So you can imagine that, like, I would light scenes differently if, you know, if I was using one tone mapper or another. So what do you think about this? There's definitely more contrast. It's a bit more punchy. Blacks are deeper than here. Whites, not that much. I mean, highlights are pretty much the same, I would say. But there's a lot more contrast in the midtones. The grays and, like... Yeah, it's a bit warmer, I think, as well. Tiny bit. Yeah. I'm not sure it looks more natural, though. You know? Maybe we can achieve something similar by staying with Filmic. Because I like the rendering. I think the fall off is a bit better. But instead, I'm gonna increase the brightness a bit. You can't tell much difference. Okay. Ooh, no, I don't like that. And maybe bump the saturation a tiny bit. Yeah, maybe like this. Let's compare now. Maybe if I just do like side by side these two. You can't see a difference between the two here? Oh, there is one, that's for sure. Maybe the video compression doesn't help. Okay, I think I'm gonna stay with that. Contrast, maybe a tiny bit more. And then we need to bump the brightness a bit more again. Ooh, is that too much? I'm not sure, actually. Now you see more contrast, yeah, okay. I'm gonna drop it to 1.06, okay? What matters is also this room. I can see a lot better now. Maybe a bit much saturation for the bed, not sure. But everything else, quite good, I think. Which shot? Good eye. Been looking at several places. Okay, I'm gonna go to the lounge and see what the light looks like there. Oh, it's a lot brighter than before. I mean the cabin in deck 4. Cabin in deck 4 is the place where the game begins. So the point of interest, strangely enough, when you start the game at least. I'm gonna show you. Wondering if this is too bright now. Ah, it's probably okay. So you wake up, you can actually jump on the bed, but you're sitting, I mean, you're laying down on the bed, so the camera is like 1 meter below the camera now. And what you see is, yeah, you get a view similar to this. This door is closed, and it's all blurry. So you don't immediately see space through the window. What you see is this light flickering when a voice is talking to you. And that is the point of interest. It gets reflected here and here and here. And you see like the view camera angle is pretty much like this one, but you're a bit below, of course, because you're laying down on the bed. And otherwise in that room, I would say the main point of interest is the light lamp. Okay, moving on. I think this is better if we take another screenshot and compare that directly to the first one. I think that is obvious. There's an obvious difference. Right, maybe left and right is going to be easier for you to see. Or even like... let me do it like that. Like there's an obvious difference in the wood. The walls, which are actually white plastic, also look different. There's a bit more contrast. The green is subtle in the shadows. You mean in terms of level design? I understand now what you mean. No, not here. In Dream the Way I was doing that a lot. In this game, difference in glow. Interesting, I haven't changed glow. I think it's just because it's more contrasty. Because glow is the same. But yeah, I agree with you. It looks like there's more glow. Yeah. We got more contrast, so what is dark is a bit darker, what is bright is a bit brighter. Mid-gray is also a tiny bit different. I'm not guiding the player through light or anything like that. I mean, there is an indicator on top that changes color that might grab your attention as a player when you're allowed to leave the room and stuff like that. Also, this definitely will grab your attention. It's very obvious when that system talks to you or wants you to do something. Otherwise, no. This is an exploration game. You're here to understand what's going on, explore the ship, find your way in the ship, and understand what to do by yourself. So I'm not guiding the player too much. Okay, I'm gonna keep it like that, I think. We could play with fog, but I'm quite happy with the fog as it is. I think it's good. Just so you see, might not be obvious, but look at that. I'm gonna turn it off. Please. That's without fog. See how much of a difference it makes? And now fog. Like this is the single most important checkbox in my post-processing setup. Must have been screen space reflections. I know it's actually completely off. I don't use it. You might have seen me use it in a past stream, but I disabled it recently. I might enable it in the settings later on if you're on like a performance config. But otherwise it's going to be off by default. I'm trying not to use any of those by default and make it look good without it. I could use ambient occlusion and stuff that will drastically improve the rendering quality. But if I do that, I'm just excluding lower end devices, and I don't want to do that. I'm also trying to pay attention to rendering Like I want to stay, my screen refresh rate is 165 FPS. But I also have a pretty powerful RTX. So I know that if I ever go below my screen refresh rate, I have a problem. Okay, I think that's good. I'm gonna commit that. I like the look, and I'm gonna make a separate commit. So if I change my mind or want to tweak it later on, I can. Wait. Save this. Okay. So what did we change? We changed the ambient light. We changed the brightness, contrast, and saturation. Oh, saturation as well. Would you say it's an improvement, by the way? Do you like it better? Or do you think it was better before? Like, if you look at it like this. What do you think? You were thinking to test both? You mean SSR? And have it off by default. I mean, it's nice. It's nice. On some materials, it looks amazing. It's really nice. It's clear now. Okay. Yeah, good. Quick tone mapping and ambient light. Improve contrast and brightness, and add a touch of green to the shadows. Oh, you meant SSR. Okay. Hey, Abortress, welcome. How are you? I hope you're having a good day. Yeah! 40 on my screen, going in all directions. You haven't missed much. We've done this. We went from this post-processing, so colors and contrast and stuff, to this. We made it a bit more contrasty. We added a tint of green to the shadows, raised the shadows a bit so it's not pure black. What else? We increased saturation. If you look at the railing here, the wood is a bit more saturated. Yeah, that's what we did. Looks nice. Awesome. Thank you very much. Okay. Next, I'm gonna rewind for you, so you follow my thoughts. I made this indicator for the door, and then while testing it, I realized there's a bit of a problem, I think, with how you interact with doors in the game. Here, to open the door, you just interact with the door itself. However, when you want to open the elevator, you interact with the button that calls the elevator and then opens the door, right? And I actually like this interaction a lot better. It's very tactile, there's a sound effect. You know, I think it's super nice, and I like this prop also a lot better than the one that doesn't have the button. It's this. It's dark here, but it's pretty much the same, not as rounded, and it doesn't have the button below. I don't like it as much as this. This looks super nice, I think. And also interacting with doors using a button feels a lot more tactile and natural and like in-game, like in the world. If I interact with a door by just, you know, interacting here, it kind of breaks the immersion for me because I know I'm interacting with a proper game, you know. I'm not pushing anything. I'm not interacting with anything in the world. I'm interacting with the game, right? I want a button for the doors. Yeah, all of that to say I want a button for the doors. Yes. So I thought we could replace this both outside and inside with the one we have for the elevator. We just need to repurpose it, make it a bit more generic in terms of behavior, maybe rename it, you know. It could be the exact same one, at least as a starting point, and we see how we feel about it. That's my plan. Need to be careful about ads and pre-roll. Okay, so pre-roll is off, ads are in an hour. Oh, 50 minutes. Okay. Good, good. Yeah, so yeah, basically all of that to say I want to change this and this for the one that has the button and make it so that, like here, even like that doesn't make sense. I'm interacting with void to close the door. No, I don't like it. Oh, I've changed this too. Look at that. Now there are light bulbs behind. The sides, like the frame of the light is lit. That. I think it's also a lot better. Okay, let's do it. Step 1. I was making a YouTube short. Step 1 is to take this. No, I don't want to save. Oh, it's not this one. Which one is it? This one. Yeah. So I want to take this and actually I can leave it as is. I think you want Half-Life level of player figuring out on their own, but with even less clues. But while still remaining fun. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. There's one bit that I haven't said about the game, which I'm not ready to talk about, is the main gameplay loop and mechanics. So I'm leaving you a bit in the dark with that on purpose. I will talk more about it when I'm ready to reveal the game publicly, which should be, I don't know when. Not yet. Not in a year, but not tomorrow. We'll see. Taking my time with this. So yeah, so this is good. Maybe just what I'm gonna do, actually fairly simple. I'm gonna go into assets, models, and I'm gonna take elevator panel, and I'm going to copy that as access panel. So now it's generic. It's the same thing. Now it's an access panel. Right. Access panel, and I'm just gonna rename all of those. Access. Done. Have a new prop. An access panel now. Need to get rid of the old one. But first, yes, import it, thank you. Elevator panel, yeah. Okay, this is good. How I change stuff. Camera light, yeah. And this one too, no, okay. So I'm gonna take this and I'm going to swap this prop with the new one, which is not just renamed. And to make sure it's at the exact same place, I'm gonna add it here as a child of the current one. So access panel. Now we have two. Now I can move it back here. And whatever changes I made to this one, I'm gonna make the same ones. So no change here. This one has a material. Where is copy? Copy. And paste. Okay. And I think that's it. That's it. This was probably referenced somewhere. Not even. The button has to be. Entity button. No, that's not it. Wait. What? Oh, the button is a separate thing, of course. Yeah. You're late to the party. Party. You know what? you get another one. And while we're at it, we didn't get this one yet today, so there you go. Boss and Borty. Maybe I should have like one command that does both, you know, side by side, or bouncing on each other, you know, boom, 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 boom on screen. Okay, I think I can get rid of that one now. Yes, and it should look exactly the same. Perfect. Camera glass, yeah, it's this one. Okay, so it should be exactly the same thing. Now if I look at elevator button.glb, no, elevator, what was it? Panel. .glb, look for references, I don't have any, all of that can disappear. I have Git anyway if I make a mistake. Can go back in time. Okay, let's see if it's still working. Maybe I want to switch back to full screen now. That'd be nicer. Okay. Yes, I just want to make sure I still have panel. Yeah. Can I still? Okay. Yeah. Excellent. Okay, that's done. We might want to commit that. I deleted the folder in Godot, but I never. Yeah, it's good. Okay. Okay, so rename elevator panel into access panel. We will reuse the prop for controlling doors. Hey, I am Devman. Welcome. How are you? Thank you. That looks awesome. Thanks. Glad you like it. Okay, let's... Did you enable the vignette again? Boss, you're the best boss. You know what? I didn't. But, no, it's the modulate. Thank you very much. Doing well. Awesome. So we're making a retro-futuristic sci-fi game that is set in the 70s in a spaceship. It's an exploration/mystery game with mechanics that are probably a bit surprising, because the game doesn't store any data, it only stores facts and everything that you as the player does, you do or doesn't do, right? And then the ship is going to react to your actions, inactions, you know, things. And you, the main other character, except for you, is someone or something, I'm gonna say what, I'm not gonna say what, that talks to you through these comms devices everywhere in the ship. And if you've seen 2001: A Space Odyssey, this prop is probably gonna look familiar. That's what I'm gonna say. Okay. Now we already checked that, I know what I'm doing. Okay. I am Devman. If you want, I can play the intro of the game and the first few seconds to give you an idea what the game is about and what it looks and feels like. I'm not willing to play too much of the game after that because I haven't revealed the game yet. So I'm in this weird like in-between state where I'm still working on the game on stream, but I'm not showing everything about the game itself. Okay. So now that we have that, we probably want to take this and save as and call that a door panel. It's gonna be door panel. That would be cool. The premise sounds very fun too. Awesome. Yeah, of course. Let me just change that very quickly. What does it has an elevator button. Okay, I'm gonna do that after I play the intro. I'm using a test scene when developing, so the real game doesn't play, but I'm changing it here. Okay, let's go. For the ones who have seen it 2,000 times by now, I'm sorry. I hope you still like it. Okay, let's go.
It's all right with me. I feel as if I were living on borrowed time right now.
Speaking of that, perhaps now you...
Mankind was never meant to stay still.
2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour.
We look down upon our home. Delicate, temporary, already behind us. A thin blue membrane containing everything we were. We outgrew it. Then we claimed the moon. A bold step. A proud moment. EXONIS Aerospace is guiding humanity to its next assigned horizon. Answer the call. EXONIS needs you. Call Broadway 5555 today.
Why I left my last job?
No. One moment, please.
Maybe I should post music. The background. Okay, now the game starts.
Crew member 1035. Crew member 1035. Engage. Crew member 1035. Regain consciousness. Open your eyes. Maintain consciousness. Do not disengage. Crew member 1035. Sarah.
Okay, I can move a tiny bit.
Remain conscious.
Now the door is locked, so I can't.
Room exit unauthorized. Please wait for instructions.
I can't leave the room.
Unauthorized. Step away.
And you see it's reacting to... One thing I can show you is... You see all the events on the left, so everything that I do, it's going to react to. And it's going to keep a record of everything that I've done. Every place that I've been. When, how often I've done stuff. Things that I haven't done. Like now it's wanting me to remain still to track me, but to align some tracking system that I'm moving. See? It's going to observe me and observe what I do. And that's the main mechanic of how the game works. And of course there's a story and things built all around this. But instead of... in my previous game, Dreamed Away, it was done differently. I was storing data. Thank you very much, I can leave. The problem with storing data is, I mean, it's fine for 99% of games, but when you're doing a game with branching, if you just store data, there is no way for you to know when you retrieve that data why something happened, right? You can know that, I don't know, this door is open. Okay, but why? Did the player interact with the door? Was it open before? You know, is it an initial state? Is it something else? I don't know. Here I'm not storing that the door is open. I'm storing that the player interacted with door 4A, which is that door. and that it got permission to do so. That's all I'm storing, state. That's how I'm.
An urgent situation requires your immediate attention. Promptly report to Deck 1 for briefing.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna stop here because I don't want to play too much, but you get the idea. So the player is basically thrown in the game, not knowing who they are. The only thing that you know about yourself is that whoever is talking to you called you Sarah at some point. Otherwise, you seem to be a crew member of that ship, maybe. But you don't know where the ship is going. You don't know who else is in the ship. You don't know anything. Why you're here? Are you really a crew member? What's going on? Are you in trouble in that ship? Is the ship in trouble? You don't know anything. And it's going to be your job as the player to explore, interact with whoever is talking to you, do what they want you to do. Maybe don't do what they want you to do. It's really up to you. But everything that you do or do not do will have consequences. It's like a branching story, right? With multiple like branches and endings, except that everything is built from facts that are recorded, and that's how it branches. The idea being that it's impossible to get the same run twice. Because I don't know if you saw, but when I'm giving that example every time, because this door was green. It was open, unlocked. But I tried to open my own door repeatedly while it told me not to do so. So when I approached this, then it closed the door on me, or locked it on me. Because I've tried to open my own door several times, so it didn't want me to get there. It thought, okay, they're gonna try to get inside, so I'm gonna lock it. So everything is like that. Anyway, that's the game. So what we're doing now is replacing one prop for another. I can show you for a band I used to play shows with used that we have a lift off, yeah. Yeah, isn't it like the most known or maybe not, maybe it's the Earthrise shot. Maybe that's the most known shot of space travel. I don't know, but it's probably like second. And it is, you can use it for anything. It's actually public domain. And that's why I'm using it. The movie clip that I used is also public domain. An old movie from the 60s that is public domain. Now, liftoff, we have a liftoff. With that very typical radio voice from that era, which is very recognizable. Even French radio speakers used, like, I don't know, I guess it's the mics they were using back then that was compressing their voice a lot and just keeping the mid-range, you know? Like it was at no high frequencies, no low frequencies, a lot of mid-range, and I guess that's part of the voice, but I feel like they were talking differently also. No, it's not just a microphone. Oh yeah, one small step for man. Yeah, of course, that one is probably the most known. You're right. Yeah. Okay, so we're swapping this for this. You might think it's the same thing. No, this one has a button, and right now to interact with the door, you just click the door or interact with the door itself, and I want to interact with door panel instead. But that's what we're doing. The only problem is this is an elevator button. That is a problem because it's not going to be an elevator button anymore. It's going to be just a button. Maybe I'm not going to rename the prop and the Blender file and stuff. I'm just going to add that to my to-do list. To-do list. That we've done. We're doing that. So rename elevator button.blend. We'll see about the name. It's probably just going to be button. We'll see. But I'm not going to do that now. Can do it off stream. Doesn't really matter. So this is an elevator button, and the thing about this is its class is elevator button, so I can't just use that. I'm gonna save another scene, and I'm just gonna call that door button. Yeah. Door button, and I'm gonna keep that for now. Number mesh, I don't need. That's for the elevator. Otherwise, it's good. Light active. I don't know if I want to. We're gonna see the details about this. Pre-rolls. We're at 1 hour. Time for ad break. 3 minutes. Yeah. Okay. Let's run some ads and see you in 3 minutes. Enjoy your ads if you're on Twitch. Otherwise, if you don't get ads, if you're subscribed or if you're on YouTube, I'm gonna keep chatting during the ad break. See you. Can also switch to that's in. Okay, so I'm not going to do anything, just think about the plan. I'm wondering if I should lit the button while the door is opening, or if it's just a plain button that you push. Probably just a plain button that you push, so these two are not going to be used. These are for lighting the button. This interaction is going to stay, so I have this custom class for interacting with anything in the world that I called interactable. So an object is not in itself something you can interact with, but if you attach an interactable to it, then you can interact with it. And whatever you do is just based on signals. Then this animation player is about pushing the button, and I made it so it feels like it's a firm push, and then it comes back to its initial position like if it was a spring, right? And the sound effect I also want to keep. So it's basically going to be this. I'm just going to change the class here, make a new door button class, and wire everything so that it opens the door. How much time? 1 minute and 30 seconds. Okay, I'm just going to refill my water and I will be back. See you in a second. Hello, hello. And I'm back. Maybe I should switch to this view. Okay, so we have that button and we want to make it a door button. I'm going to change the class here to new script, door button. Okay, and actually I'm not going to edit this file here. I'm going to use Emacs. So door button. And I will keep the elevator button on the right as a reference with class name, door button. Let's have a look at a door. What does it do? Two things actually. It has an entity that's the underlying door model that it interacts with. Interactable, that's going to go away. You won't be able to interact with the door directly. And the animation player, okay. So this is going to be the main. Okay, I know what to do exactly. Actually, going to be quite simple. Door, no, door.gd. Okay. So right now the way it worked is if you interact with it's interactable, then it was checking if you were allowed to interact with it, and then it would toggle it. I'm going to get rid of that. I don't need this. I don't need this. And this one I'm going to rename. It starts with an underscore, which indicates that it's protected. It's not going to be anymore, so it's going to be public. And I'm going to do it like that. The only thing is, now that I look at it again, this check is only done here. I think I want this check to be done always. If you can't interact with a door, or can the system open the door even if you're not allowed to interact with it? Yeah, I think so. I think so. But here with open and close, I'm gonna leave it like that. Okay. I'm looking at the wrong chat again. Okay. So what should we name that? Just public toggle is probably good. Something like that. Okay. Something else to keep in mind. Before we were interacting with the door itself, which holds the entity, right? Now we're going to interact with a door that is not part of the scene we're in. Like this cabin doesn't have the door. The door is in its parent scene, which is deck 4. Deck 4 has the doors. And that is a problem because our button then can't reference directly the door we want to interact with. One way to do it is to say, well, okay, what we're going to do is listen to a global signal, and the signal is going to have the entity. So when you push the button, it signals, it broadcasts a signal with the entity of the door that we want to interact with. And the door is going to listen to that, check if interaction is allowed, and if so, it's going to toggle the door, open or close it, depending on its state. Let's do that. Signal bus. Do we have anything about door? Door opening. Okay, so I'm just going to make a new signal. And it's going to be door button pushed. And door is going to be an entity. Okay, so the button is going to be, it's going to have the, let me undo that because we had the interactable here. Now the interactable is part of the button. Okay, and what we want to do is do the on-interacted on the button instead, and and it needs to have an entity as well. Needs to have an entity. Okay, so on interacted, we will do global.bus dot door button pushed. We emit a global signal with the entity. That's all we do. You interact, you say, hey, the player pushed that button for that door. The entity is the door, or the door model, the domain object. And then here inside the door, we say, okay, when door button pushed, Then we connect and we say on door button pushed. So we call that method. Gonna do on door button pushed, and we have a door entity. That's an entity, and we don't. Oops. We don't return anything. We do if door entity, thank you, is not entity. If it wasn't for ourselves, for this door, then we just early return. Right? And then if we're allowed to interact with the entity, then we toggle the door. I think we're done. I think that's it. Let's see. We need to wire a bunch of stuff. So in here, first we want to, maybe I just want to get like this. I'm going to take that speaker and I'm going to add a door panel and remove the speaker. So I know they're placed. It's placed exactly where the old one was. And that door panel needs to have, oh, it's button entity. Why is that? Oh, it's still an elevator panel. Okay, so it needs to be a door panel. Oh, I don't have that. I need a door panel as well. Door panel, okay. I'm gonna do it in Emacs as well. Door panel and elevator panel. Yeah, okay. So class name, door panel. Don't need any of that. And probably something, probably gonna be very similar actually. All we want is to forward the entity down to the button. Button entity, I don't need any of that. I need a door entity. Okay, button is going to be door button, button entity equals door entity. I think that's all we need. This button is, what is it? This is a door what? No, this is a, I don't. Wait a second. This is a door panel. Quick load, door panel. Yes. And this, what have I done? Elevator button. Okay, that's good. And door panel. What are you? Elevator button. This is door panel. That made a mistake here. So I need a door button. And this one goes away. Okay. So it's a door panel and it has a door button. Okay, all good. And door panel. Okay, good. So all I need to say is which door is this for? Now, this door entity, when the door panel is ready, it's going to pass it to its button. The button has it here. And when you interact with the button, it's going to say, hey, the player wants to interact with that door. Easy. So all we need to do here is say, okay, door 4A. That's the domain or the resource for that door. And that should be it. The only thing I want to change is door. I don't want to make it interactable, so that goes away. And just check I've deleted global uninteracted. What is that? That is wrong. Door, it's not on interacted, is on ready. When the door is ready, we start listening to buttons being pushed. Okay, that should work. Let's try. Oh, wait, I'm starting the wrong scene. I want to start 0. It's just a dummy scene that doesn't do anything. Great. Great. What's wrong? Door entity is obviously, well, it is an object. Button entity. Oh, it doesn't have a button. Okay, why not? Come on, stop it. Okay. Door panel, door button. Yeah, I need to make it unique. Okay. Okay, so I can't interact with the door, like I'm clicking, nothing happens, which is good. Now I can interact with this, and nothing happens. Okay, why not? Let's have a look at the door button again. So what do we have? The interactable, oh! We need to play the animation. I think I deleted that from the elevator button. Uninteracted. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna take all of this. Door button. Okay, let's have a look at the code. So if the animation is already playing, we don't do anything. We just return. Otherwise, we say push the button. Push the button is going to play the animation, stop any audio effect that was already playing. Maybe we're just spamming the button, so we need to stop it and play it. Okay, so it starts from the beginning. And then we say, okay, now we want to say open the door. Okay, push. I don't need any of that. I'm wondering if we want to wait. We'll see what it feels like. Still nothing. Okay. Let's debug this. Door button uninteracted. We're not wearing the interactable. Yeah, we're not wearing the interactable, that's why. Okay. Just do it here. Ready. Okay. Should work a lot better. We need to set it though. Come on, stop it. Interactable is going to be this. Cabin for a door panel. Okay, that's good. Having to figure out all the little bits that go wrong seems impossible to me. You get used to it. At least you know this game is not made by an AI, you know, it's made by a human being. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna make something that I usually don't make, is have the player wait a bit. It's just a bit too fast. Yeah, it reacts too quickly. I'm wondering if maybe I want to do a wait animation player dot animation finished. So we wait for the animation to finish, and only then do we. Yeah, I think I want to do it like that. And I'm gonna make another change that just for me it bothers me a bit. It's working the way it is, but I think I want this one to be unique, just like the animation player. Yeah, and now I can do on ready interactable equals. I want to do. I can actually do it like that. Yeah. And I just need another one. Animation player is animation player and player. Yeah, I need 3. Okay, and now I can do animation player. Just gonna be player. Yeah, and also while we're at it, I want to rename that underscore interactable. So it's underscore animation player and underscore player. I think it's just a bit cleaner. I'm only exposing the entity, so which door is this for? Now if you look at yeah, the door button, it only says, okay, I need an entity. Everything else is internal to the button. I think it's just a slightly better API. Not exposing as much. Okay, so let's see. I want to have a look at the door at the same time. I'm pushing the door, and only when the animation is done with the button does it trigger the door. It's a bit too slow now. I'm not gonna wait for that long. I'm gonna do await get tree. No, get tree.create timer, and I'm gonna say 0.1 timeout. And this I might want to name that I don't know, door toggle delay. Okay, var door toggle delay 0.1, so 100 milliseconds. Okay. That's not enough. Maybe 0.2? Oh, I need to get back to the editor. Yes, now. Yeah, okay, I think that's it. Let me restart. Make sure I have the right value. Does it make sense having to wait just a tiny bit? It just gives it more weight, you know. It needs to be very tactile. And also I don't want to mix the sound effect of pushing the button. It's very clicky, with the sound effect of the door, which is gonna just overpower the sound of the button. Yes, listen to that carefully. I'm gonna press in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's really good. What do you think? Also, now it looks like this. Oh yeah, so much better, I think. What do you think? That's much better? Awesome. It was very convenient, just pushing the door like, oof. Can't do that anymore. But it's more intentional, and this is about filling the space as well, you know, being immersed in it, in the world. And now I don't feel like I'm interacting with an object in the world instead of interacting with the game. It makes a big difference, I think. Okay, let's see how it feels with the button for the elevator now. Yeah, and this one. There's no delay. Or is there? Let me try again. Which way is it? No, yeah. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. So now the tedious part. Are you ready for this? I think we have like, I don't know, 30, 40 of those props we need to replace. So I'm going to do it step by step. Close everything and do cabin 4A. That's going to be my reference because I just did it here, the door panel. And then here in entities, I'm going to keep that open because I'm going to pick a lot of doors here in the bottom. Okay, so now I can open cabin 4B. And you might think it's the same scene, but no, they're all unique. And the reason is, they're all going to be different. Right now, all cabins except the one which is yours are empty. Right? It's just a bed and just very bare bones. But they're all going to be different. And they're going to have different props. And anyway, a thing like the door indicator or door panel is going to be unique to each cabin because they're going to be for different doors. So yeah, so there's no reuse between cabins. That's what I'm saying. I could just inherit the same scene, but I don't think that's a good idea. That's something I did a lot in Dreamed Away, and initially I thought it was a very good move because I wanted to reuse as much as I could, which is a very like software engineering way of thinking. But eventually I realized it was more trouble than it was worth for some things. That's so daunting. It's gonna be fine if we do it in a methodic way. It's gonna be fine. Look at that. So I'm starting with this one. I know I want the speaker to be on the right for this. Problem is if I take the cab, actually it's gonna do A and C because A, C, E, every other cabin has the same layout because they're mirrored left and right. So B, C, B, E have the door opening, the speaker and the panel on the right, and A, C, E have it on the left. Okay, so I can take this, copy the panel, go here, take the speaker, delete it, go back here, paste. This one is for C, button or door C, save. Open cabin E for E and do the same thing. Just keeping an eye on the prop visually so I know I place it where it should be. Anchor E. Cabin 4G. Can move there. Okay. Speaker goes away. I'm gonna keep the old speaker for places where I want one, where I need a camera on the player, so there are no dead angles, but I don't need to interact with it. Door panel, and that's 4G, cabin 4A, gonna be, or I is gonna be the same. Get rid of the speaker. Paste. 4I. Did I change it here? 4G, yeah, I, and that's it. Okay, I can close these. Now I'm going to do cabin 4B. And for this one, it's going to be just on the opposite side. So I'm going to keep the speaker for now. And I'm going to paste it, the new prop. And I know the cabin is centered around the door. The door is exactly at the origin point. So I can just take the door panel and inside its transform and change that X for a positive value. And what? Where did you go? Where did you go? I can focus on it. Oh, it's not on the... Is it rotated or what the hell? It's rotated. Yeah, it's rotated, so it's gonna be on Z. Okay, so now I know it's placed exactly where it needs to be, so I can take the speaker, get rid of it, and that's the new panel I will copy for the other rooms. That's going to be B, 4B. B, C, D, same. Speaker goes away, paste, D, save, cabin 4F. Just gonna move there so I can see. Speaker goes away, paste, door panel is for door F. Okay, for H. Same. Bit repetitive. Sorry about that. Hope it's okay. It's still fun for you to watch. Last one, cabin 4J. Yeah. Anchor, paste. Got to delete the speaker. Okay. Still interesting to see. Awesome. Okay, so we've done all of them. I could look at all scenes, make sure I didn't like paste the wrong thing or, you know, reference the wrong door, but I'm not going to do it because I'm just going to interact with it in game and make sure everything's all right. Now let's do deck 4. Same story. I actually only need, I'm going to pick one. Oh, it's actually a tile. Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, it's okay. So I need to explain one thing. The deck, or each deck, is a tiled, that's deck 4. And the atrium is just tiled meshes that are rotated to make an hexagon, right? With this part being different, of course, with the bridge. And I made the speaker here part of the tile. But now they need to be part of the deck instead because they're going to be for different doors each time. So I can't just tile that. It needs to be unique. Each panel is going to be unique. Before it was just tiled, so it was the same one. There's one way to deal with that, is to look from top view and take the... Where is this? Where is it? Where's the tile? Tile 4. Yeah, okay. This one doesn't have, it has a 180 degrees rotation. It's going to be the easiest one to start with. So I'm going to take that speaker, add a door panel. And I know it can't stay here, but I'm doing this for a reason. I'm just placing the door panel exactly where the speaker was, the first one. And now I'm going to take it and move it. It's closer to the door. And I'm not going to be super precise about it. I'm just going to eyeball it. Like, see, compared to the size of the door frame. Yeah, that's about right. About right. It doesn't need to be exactly where it is on the other side. Doesn't really matter. Okay, so the second speaker goes away. Door panel I duplicate. Whatever X values it has, this one I want to mirror on the other side. So X is going to be 2 meters. Okay. And we're good. I can now take these two, cut, deck 4, take a tile 2 for instance. Oh no, I said I would start with tile 4 and paste them. So now they should be, where's tile 4? Here. Yeah, they're placed exactly where they need to be. Excellent. What I can do is take this one. I know it's 4i and 4j. 4j. And we just need to take that I'm gonna make my way up first. Tile 3. Where is it? Here. It's G and H. G and H. Okay. Second tile should be this. E and F. E and F. Okay. All the way to this side. It's gonna be C and D. Where is it? Yeah, no, this. Okay. Okay, your C, C and D. Okay, and we're missing at least 2 more. Yeah, just 2, A and B. Let's select this, paste, A and B. Oh, wait, A and B. That should be it for deck 4. We're just missing 1 for deck 3, and we're done. Okay, let me open that. Good. Yeah. I'm just gonna check them one by one. Okay, good. Thank you. Next. Oh, it's on the left. Okay, next. Oh. Which one is this? Okay. Okay, take note. 4G doesn't work from the inside. Which way? Okay. Have I tried 4D? I don't think so. And this one I haven't tried. Yeah. I think try this. Oh, 4B doesn't work from the outside. Oh, maybe it's locked. Yeah, it's locked. Okay. Should we see if it works when unlocked? I think we should. Revoke door 4B. I don't need that. Oh yeah, it's here. We said B. Okay, it works. Okay. Good. One side benefit, but I think it matters, that now when the door is locked and you can't open it, even if there's no reaction, like the voice doesn't say anything, there's still a tactile feedback that you did something because you're still pushing a button. Nothing happened, but I think it feels a lot more intentional now. Previously it was just like spamming the door and saying, why? What's going on? You know? Then you look up, oh, it's right. But now, at least you've pushed a button. So it feels intentional that it doesn't work, you know, instead of just being a bug or a problem or you don't know. Okay, so which one did we say didn't work? Was it 4D? D? C? D? Okay. And it was from the inside. Cabin 4D. Good feedback. Thank you. Cabin 4D, that's correct. Which one doesn't work? Should have written it down. B, we tested. It was an I. Was it G? So 4G. So that should work. Wasn't G? E, F, G. Your door 4G. 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 I need to test again. And I forgot which one it is. Okay, let's go. Could have sworn you said 4D. Okay, let's try. No, it's this. So this one doesn't work. Why? Let's look at the... Oh, it says 4C. It thinks I want to interact with 4C. So what is going on? What is behind this door? Okay. Oh, it's cabin 4C and not cabin 4G. Of course. Cabin 4G. It's just the wrong cabin. Okay, let's try again. I think it was 4G, Borty. I tested D just now and it worked. Okay. Do we want that button to be lit? I would feel very 70s sci-fi, you know. But I also don't want to push it too much, because it's a very like specific aesthetic, you know, the 70s sci-fi. Like I don't want it to look like Star Trek. Basically, that's what I'm saying. We see space here. Oh, it's through the window. Interesting. I don't know if I should like they could be like this, you know, orange tint and lit. Okay, but I think that's good. We can commit this. Is there anything we need to get rid of? Door button. The elevator button we said we might want to rename to just button. Elevator button. Yes. So it's in assets, models, elevator buttons, elevator button. Okay. So I can do assets, models. You don't think it needs to be lit, but it would look nice if it did. Okay. Yeah, what I'm afraid of is Star Trek button panel. I think you're going to see what I mean in a second. Yeah, this is exactly what I don't want. It's not even super clear, but like all those orange buttons everywhere that are all lit, you know, I'm trying to stay away from that look, because it's a bit too obvious for the era and the type, the genre of game I'm making. So before, you know, doing that, I want to make sure that it's the right move. Yeah, you see what I mean? It wasn't exactly, I mean, this image is not exactly the one I meant, but yeah. Okay. What was I doing? Yeah, I want to rename elevator buttons. Okay, let's duplicate this. Copy that into just a button. Just a plain old button. Where is it? Where is it? Just a plain old button, I said. Copy, yes. Okay, I didn't confirm. Okay, and that becomes just a button. Not the panel. Let me do it again. Button. Everything else is panel. I don't need that. Save. And all of that doesn't belong here anymore. Yes. Wait. Why is it asking me that? Emacs, you're confusing me. Okay. That's good. And then when I have a reference to elevator button, I can swap it for a reference to just plain button and then remove the old model. So elevator, I can search here on the left. Elevator button.glb, this one. Owners should be 2 now. Yes, we have the elevator button. Okay. It has probably a few overrides. Yeah. So I can just add a plain button. Move that here. And editable children. I'm gonna have to change a few things. Okay, anyway, let's do it. So first I want to make sure that this one has the same material as this one. Can I just drag this, go here? Yes. That is very nice, Godot, thank you. Drag and drop for the win. You also have a custom material, so I can just go over it like that. Paste that. No, this one also has a custom material. And last one. Okay. Now the last two are hidden by default. And we want this. I'm just going to expand that one and replace it for the new ones. Okay, and this can go away. Should work the exact same way. Okay, now I can copy this and go into door panel, the other reference. Where's my button? It's here. No. Yeah, it's here. Okay. And I guess it's going to be the same materials. Yeah, it's going to be the same materials. Okay. It's easy. I just paste it, move it up. Where is this one referenced? What is that? Oh, it's the animation player. Oh, it's gonna be the same here. Chat, I think I made a mistake. Yeah, no. Okay. Okay, so here, instead of elevator button, now it's just... It's really annoying when, like, the animation player doesn't warn you or anything if you delete any node that it's using for its animation. Now I can delete it and I still have the animation, yeah. I need to be careful here, same thing. It's just the button and animating, and same here, button. And elevator button can go away. Okay, let's test both. Great. Number mesh. Get active material, blah, blah, blah. Number mesh. What is number mesh? Number mesh is null. Null is not good. Why? Number mesh. Oh. Oh. Number mesh. Okay. Okay. Just gonna say, if you have a number mesh, first and foremost, then maybe do something with it, but otherwise don't bother me with it. Okay, thank you. Okay, so is this working the same way? Yes. We probably lost the decals inside the elevator. This still works. Yep, we've lost them. Damn it. Elevator panel, button panel. Okay. So where was it set? Number mesh doesn't have anything. Oh, it's this. Okay. Just gonna move it here. Did that. And your number mesh is number mesh. Okay, I think I fixed it. Let's see. Hey, Abo. Am I saying your name right? Thank you. The game looks fantastic. Thank you so much. Welcome. I'm working on those props. They serve as buttons to interact with those, but there are also communication devices. This is a camera and this is a speaker. And it is used to... You're in a spaceship. Maybe I should have said that. We're in a spaceship in the 70s, and this device is used to communicate with you. There's a voice talking, not saying if it's a person or not, if it's a computer or whatever it is. But it's talking to you through that device, and it's looking at you through these. And they're like, yeah, you can call me Abo. Awesome. Is it Abo like Apple, or is it Abo like, you know, A? Yeah, we got, but no, the red button isn't red anymore. Boss, are you mad? I lost the red button. It's just a regular unlabeled button now. What am I seeing here? Whoa. Need to have a look at that later on. Step's gonna be upset. Oh yeah. Listen, folks, I need to go. Boss is not gonna be happy with me. I'd rather not be here when she sees that. Both works. Okay. I'm gonna say abo. So what have I done? Let's look at the panel. Oh, I had overrides, and of course those are gone. Yeah, those are gone. Okay, that's fine. We can redo it. We can redo it. I'm looking for materials. Yes. Something with elevator button red. It's this one or these ones because it's many of them. So button light, it's the inactive light. Inactive light. Button is the button inactive. No, the red one. Ah, did I pick the wrong one here? Red, red, inactive light. Yes. Button is red inactive. Yes. Okay. Then we have the light when it's active, active light. Yeah. And active is red active. Okay. Yeah, it's back. Let's push it. I don't have. Okay, I'm gonna change that. Yeah, it's button 8. I'm gonna do button 1 for now. I'll change it to going to the first deck, the spaceship. We don't have a deck 8, so can't really bring us there. Okay. Yeah, that's a huge difference compared to last week where there was no button to interact with. Now it feels like, I don't know, I'm there, you know, if that makes sense. It's weird because it's a small thing, but now I'm just interacting with it, like physically. It's a huge difference. Yeah, it works, and it's red. Of course, it's it's the same as button 1 now, so both are highlighted, but yeah. Okay, cool. Woohoo! Okay, let's save this. Have we deleted the old button? If I go to elevator buttons, no, these ones can go away. Need to clean up or fix stuff. Yes, okay. Let's have a look at the change set. We have renamed those because we just moved them. We updated the to-do list. Maybe we can even do that. This one we've done. Where is it read only? I am not on the done. Rename elevator button. Yeah. On all decks. We haven't put it on all decks. We just did it on deck 4. So I'm gonna keep this one open. Okay, otherwise we're good. Good. So this is okay. Signal burst, we just added the door button pushed signal. So the cabins, we added the new prop. The tile also has the... No, it doesn't have the speaker anymore because now it's part of the deck, which is just below. Yes, with the door panels, that's good. Doors have changed. You can interact with them. Buttons are new. Panels are new. And this one has changed because now it's reusing the same mesh. Excellent. Add a new door panel to interact with doors. The new door panel is as a button to interact, as well as a camera and speaker, replacing the old pick your prop where there's a door. Ooh, awesome. Well, I think that was a good session. Quite happy with everything that we did. I'm probably gonna end the stream here. Stay with me for a second because we need to raid. Also, I will be streaming tomorrow at the same time as today, so 9:30 p.m. CET, so Europe time. Same time as today. Thank you, Abortress, for being with me today. It was a lot of fun having you. And thank you for the help and the comments and for agreeing with me. I like when people agree with me. Nice. Feel free to disagree as well, if you do. You know, I can take it. I can take it. So I will be streaming at the same time tomorrow. Tomorrow, I hope I will finally start working on that new deck with all the machinery, everything for navigating the ship, basically. That's going to be deck number 2, which is completely empty today. I started looking at references, but I don't have enough. So, and I had all of this I wanted to do today. So anyway, I had enough work. So that's the plan for tomorrow. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. A completely new deck, new props, new rooms, new everything. Even just the floor plan needs to be thought and designed. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And it's probably going to take me maybe 2 weeks. If I do it in 2 weeks, I'm happy. And I think after that, even if I'm not done, I'm going to start with the props that are the most important for the story. And after 2 weeks, if I'm not done, I'm just going to move on. Just like the lounge, like the break room area, I just wanted to do it in 3 days. And I took more than that. I took an entire week. And after that, I thought, okay, that's enough. I have like enough to convey the idea of the room. And like you enter the room and you understand what it's about. And it gives like everything that I wanted to give to the player in terms of feel, in terms of like understanding a bit more about EXONIS and the ship and all of that. So I stopped there. Of course, it's missing a lot of props, it's missing a lot of stuff, but it's enough. And I'm going to do the same thing for deck 2. I think I need to do it like that. Otherwise, I'm going to spend 6 months just modeling, which I don't want to do for a few reasons. First, because I'm working on many things at the same time, so I don't want to be stuck on just modeling. And also because models evolve as the game evolves, right? I'm just building the game as I go. So it's not like I'm following a spec and just modeling exactly like from reference images. I'm also inventing, you know. So I need to do it as I'm working on the game, on the story, on everything else, mechanics and everything. Hope that makes sense. Okay, so let's find a channel to raid. Chook. What do we want to do? Indie dev, architecturing today. Have we rated them already? I don't think so. Oh, Blender and 3D modeling. Okay, I like that. Nice. Could rate this one. Most of the time I end up just rating the first in the list. I don't know. Git bench. Nah. Oh no, it's not about Git. Okay. English, Polish. Sleep deprived mini stream. I mean, don't be sleep deprived. I'm gonna go with the first one. Okay. I hope to see you tomorrow. Thank you very, very much for today. It was a lot of fun having you with me. And have a good night. Bye-bye. Oh, wait. In 7 seconds. So you get a second goodbye. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow.